First, you measure your leg distance, so you are about 90-95% straight, not fully straight. You'll get it into hip wide. We want hip wide because I want you to connect the heel into your thigh bone inside of the hip. This is connected. You go in, not wrong, but you are slightly at an angle. So when you are here, it's much easier. You feel much stronger. Then you need to roll your buttock. You make sure your lower back is flat. Everyone can see. You make sure the lower back is flat. Okay. We don't focus so much on the chest, but if you can, the chest should be open. Okay. But you focus from the hip down to correct your hyper knee. What you do is first you need to press down. Imagine when you press down, imagine you want to lift the buttock up, but you don't lift. Okay. From here, then you push the heel. You pull only the front thigh in. Front thigh in, and then you slide, slide, slide. Yes, more. In the beginning, you don't know where, but you can actually keep pressing until you feel this is pushing this way, this is pushing this way. Can someone get me a belt and someone get me a blanket? You see, the theory is very simple. When you have, this is the heel, this is your hip, this is your knee. If you are pushing the knee, this is what has happened. So when you strongly pull up, strongly push down, you don't have knee. Then it is straight but not hyper. So this is what we are doing. You press this as if you want to lift up. You keep pushing, you keep pulling in until it's so much stretch, two direction. Remember, stretching must come from two direction. When you stretch here, this is straight. Now everyone, you can see. Can you see this leg is straight but not hyper? Okay. So afterwards, I also want you to do this, but you also take a blanket. The blanket is to guide you, especially those people who are starting to practice this. You put it underneath your knee. You get close, but you don't touch and you don't press. So you need to roll this. This is almost the same height, almost. So the blanket will give you an indication where you should be. If you can't even feel the blanket, you're too far away, you're still bending. But you are pressing into your blanket, you are too far. So those people who have not practiced this before, use a blanket to guide you where your knee should be. You should feel the blanket, but you are not touching the blanket. Can you feel that? Yes? Understand? Now everyone do. Now lie down, adjust the leg distance so that you're about 95% straight, not full. Now today we don't focus so much on the chest. So if you can, open your chest. Otherwise, keep your lower back flat and long on the floor. Keep your legs slightly bent, like a 95% straight. Now check and see your foot is not flaring out. Your foot is not turning out. 你的脚掌没有往外撇. Okay? Your foot is facing directly forward. Now press your heel down to the block as if you want to lift your buttock up, but you don't need to lift the buttock up. So you press the heel so hard that you are almost lifting the buttock up. Then, maintaining this, you push the heel into the wall. You pull the front of your thigh into the hip until you feel the stretch from pushing into the wall and pulling into the thigh bone. Yes. Now, your blanket, you can place underneath the knee, not your shin bone. Underneath the knee. You can feel the blanket, but you're not pushing the blanket. You can feel the blanket, but not pushing the blanket. That's when your knee will become almost straight or straight without hyper. Yes, your legs must be using the strength. You need to use strength to correct the knee. Use that strength to correct your knee. If you don't feel your blanket, you might be too far away. If you feel it too much, you are already hyper. Yes, 这个卷. Now, those of you, if you can maintain your legs Raise your arms over the head. Raise your arms over the head. Watch your knee. Normal breathing. Focus on the legs. Focus on the leg, how you are pulling the thigh into the hip, how you are pushing your calf into the heel. There is a slight force pressing down with the heel. Maintaining that. Adjust the leg so that it's straight but not hyper. Yes. If you can, arms up so you also lengthen the spine. Breathe, but focus on the leg. If your leg is so tiring, you have to release your arm, I don't mind, but keep the legs. Keep the legs. You will feel your lower back is long. You will feel your belly button is naturally sinking down. You are not really pushing your belly down, but it will be naturally going down. This is a sensation. This is a sensation that you should feel. Don't flare your foot out. Keep the foot straight up. Keep the strength. You need to keep imprinting this. Correcting your hyper knee is not one day. You need to imprint. Imprint means you have to practice 2 million times until it becomes natural to you. Right leg stronger, Jackie. Stronger doesn't mean pushing the knee. Stronger means stronger, pulling your thigh, pushing the heel. Stay there. 1 more minute. Right leg stronger, Jackie. And release.